Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie, that's a spooky picture. Hey, what's up everybody? My name is Logan and welcome to the channel. I know it's been a while, I've just been super busy with school and work, but today we are back again reading the weirdest Diary of a Wimpy Kid fanfiction stories for part 11. And today we are going to read a story that has been requested quite a while ago, and I'm sorry it took so long, but that story is Greg and the Orb. So let's hop straight into it. I told Rowley not to touch that damn orb. Ever since Manny found it down by the creek 3 days ago, shit has been off the walls. Roderick is gone. He said he was going to band practice, which seemed normal at first, but he also told us to protect the orb with our lives if necessary. He disappeared that night, and we have no clue if he will ever return. Sometimes gravity lessens near it, but what really scares us is what it did to Manny. To cut things short, Manny is inside out in our basement. Nobody has had the courage to touch the damn thing since voices emanate from inside it on occasion. Well, nobody except Rowley. Poor guy. So pretty. It feels warm. Hunger. That just looks like a globe. Yeah, that literally is just a globe. And what's up with Rowley's face? He doesn't have a face. We've seen that before, though, in one of the other stories. Half of Greg's family did not have a face, so maybe these stories are connected or something, and this is like a prequel to it. Question mark, question mark, question mark. It was a shame what I had to do to Rowley. His condition never got better, so I had to club him to death with a shovel. What? Holy shit, what happened to Rowley must have been bad if Greg had to beat him to death with a shovel. Okay, what's up with Manny? He doesn't have eyes and, I'm so confused right now. Also, despite being in the basement, Manny came back, which on its own is terrifying. What's even scarier is the fact that Manny is still down there. So this soulless monster isn't my brother. It looks like him, talks like him, and acts like him, but it isn't him. The original Manny is still in the basement like how he was when I wrote my first entry. Well, it looks like it was scribbled out days ago. That looks like it says Roderick is still gone. Not like I miss him or anything. Voices still come from the orb. Usually ominous messages, but today I could swear I heard the voices of Roderick, Manny, and Rowley. It could just be schizophrenia I've developed from the situation. It doesn't seem like it in writing, but this is the most terrified I've been in my life. If you're reading this, tell Ollie Hills that I love her. Question mark, question mark, question mark. The Manny-like creature disappeared overnight last night. Oh look, Roderick's back. What is this? Why is he bleeding like that? Ugh. Okay, hopefully the ending for this is actually good because, I don't know, this story is just kind of creepy. You don't really know much about it. But more importantly, Roderick returned. I never thought I'd be happy to see him, but here I am now. Roderick explained to me that the orb must be some kind of gateway to an alternate realm, because he tried to steal it for band money, but upon touching it, he turned up into a dark hellscape filled with nightmarish scenes. He barely escaped with his life, but at some point he passed out and woke up in the living room. He said he didn't want to go fully into detail what he saw. Also, sorry about certain names being crossed out in the last entry. I guess the orb is trying to erase them for record. I'll keep you updated. Question mark, question mark, question mark. It was good to know I had someone I could trust, even if that person was Roderick. This proved true when we entered the living room to find 2 copies of Mom arguing with each other, speaking in perfect unison. It was impossible to tell which is which, as each spoke exactly the same as the other. When it seemed we were at a loss, Roderick pulled a gun out of his pocket and pointed it at the orb. This suddenly broke the character of the fake Mom, who lunged towards Roderick. Luckily, as fast as it was, Roderick's trigger finger was faster. As the bullet hit the fake Mom, the creature faded into dust. I never thought I'd be saying this, but I'm glad Roderick's around. Okay, so they didn't realize that Susan over here has like blacked out glasses with weird yellow eyes. They really didn't notice that? Okay. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Yesterday I asked Roderick if there was anything he'd be willing to share about the inside of the orb. Without saying anything, he grabbed a marker and walked over to the wall. He started scribbling all over the wall until it made a shape of a horrifying face. He stood there in silence for a few minutes before turning to me and saying, "Any questions?" His face went pale and he immediately rushed to his room and locked the door. I'm scared. I'm scared for Roderick. I'm scared what the orb will do to this family. I just want it to end. Please. Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie. That's a spooky picture. Winter? Question mark, question mark, question mark. I haven't been keeping track of time since the orb came into the house, but I felt that it was at least a month. Well, I was wrong. When I looked out the window, it was snowing. My first journal entry was in June. Is it even the same year? I don't know. Is it even winter? Roderick still hasn't left his room. I guess he does at some point because he has to eat somehow, or maybe he doesn't. Maybe he wasn't even real. I don't know anymore. The orb has been changing our perceptions of reality for months now, I suppose. Am I even real, or am I just a reanimated corpse meant to tell a tale? Question mark, question mark, question mark. I woke up in the middle of the night last night in a cold sweat. My palms were sweating. My knees were weak. My arms were heavy. I could barely hold in Mom's dinner from last night. I ran into the bathroom to let it all out, but it was waiting for me. The orb. I didn't see it, but I could sure as hell hear it. I can feel your energy, Greg. Let's just say I didn't sleep for the entire night. I probably won't ever sleep again. I probably won't sleep ever again, just to be safe. Question mark, question mark, question mark. I thought it had me. The orb. I was heading into the kitchen because I haven't eaten all day when I felt something grab my shoulder. It felt like Dad, but when I turned around, it sure as hell wasn't. It had the body of Dad, but from the neck up, it was 100% orb. I felt like I was a goner. Luckily, I was able to free myself from the orb's grasp. I've had enough. Enough's enough. I'm tired of this orb terrorizing my family. It all ends tomorrow. This is for Manny, Roderick, Rowley, Mom, and Dad. And this is to show that goddamn orb that it chose the wrong family to pick on. Don't struggle, Greg. I'm not even gonna lie, this story is good, but I don't know, it's kind of confusing and it's super spooky. But when the story comes out, it will be Halloween, so it kind of fits the mood. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Well, today's the day. I'm sick of standing around as this thing mentally tortures me and my family. I grabbed the gun Roderick stashed away and made for the room the orb was last in. So many atrocities caused by one evil entity. I have to do this, even if it costs my life. I could barely see into the room. It was thick with a blinding red fog. I couldn't see it, but I knew it was there. I looked around for a few seconds until it caught my eye. This is for everything you've done to me and my family, I said as I raised my hand and pulled my finger on the trigger. June 16th. It's been 1 year since the orb came into our home. I thought I lost this journal until today, when I was cleaning and found it under the couch. Everything has gone back to normal after the incident, even Rowley and Manny, like their deaths never even happened. No more voices, no more inhumane copies of my family. Roderick even picks on me a little less, keyword being little. Just thinking back to having that thing in our house is like a surreal dream. The endless whispers and the horrifying amalgamations of family members, the fear of not being able to sleep most nights. They say happy endings only happen in fairy tales, but that must be bullshit, because the ending to this story is more than I could have ever asked for. Alright, that was actually a pretty nice story. We didn't really get to know why the orb was there in the first place, or what it was, or how it worked, but yeah, I mean, I like that story. It was pretty good. But I'm just wondering if that was like a dream, or Greg was in an alternate reality and then he killed the orb and then it just sent him back to his normal reality. I don't even know. But tell me what you guys think about that story in the comments, because it was pretty good. And let's just do one more story to top off the video. Alright, so this story only has one part, and it is called It. So I'm assuming it has something to do with the movie It. I knew they were going to use this picture. There was no way they were not going to use when Roderick was telling Greg about like how he could go into the sewers to make it up to Rowley's. Recently, a bunch of kids have started disappearing, and their bodies have been found completely mutilated many weeks later. Rumors say that some kind of monster has been hiding in the drains and sewage systems, reaching up only when it is sure that it will get to feed. Of course, I felt the need to check this out for myself, as it cannot be true. Crawling through the drains was hard, and I think I saw something lurking in the shadows. I was relieved when I finally got out and found my best friend and fellow loser, Rowley, waiting for me. Oh, this story actually would have been cool if, like, Greg went up against Pennywise. But, again, with, like, all these stories, there's only one part. and that was it. So that was the video. I hope all of you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Diary of a Wimpy Kid fanfiction stories. First link in the description will take you to the archives, which has all of the Diary of a Wimpy Kid fanfiction stories you could ever possibly want to read. Again, I'm sorry for the delay, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video. That's it for me, so I'll see you guys later. Peace.